Greetings, Earthlings. Oz here from planetOZ. And I'm wondering, have you ever felt like you were existing in a different reality from everyone else? Or have you ever known someone who seemed to be operating from a reality different than the one given? In this film, we're going to attempt an answer to the question, how does someone step from one reality into another one? Many of us walk around every day in the given reality, which makes sense. It's the only one offered. If one's mind is closed off to other possibilities, their existence may appear dark, but at least it's an even dark, perfectly, hermetically sealed. And if that is all the person ever knows, it won't appear dark to them. It will just appear as the reality. For others among us, there may appear to be openings between the reality we're given and a possible new reality. These openings might feature things like extraterrestrials, or ghosts, or other dimensions, or an infinite creator. Any one of these things could upset the solid foundation of the given reality. The light shining through these openings beckons to the seeker that there are greater truths than the given reality. So the seeker seeks. Let's take the example of a prototypical UFO nerd. This was the kid in elementary school that wouldn't stop talking about flying saucers, no matter how many people told him it wasn't a part of our reality. He nonetheless finds himself in adulthood still reading and still consuming material on this topic. Why is this happening? One way it could possibly happen is like this. When the person first encounters something that doesn't fit within the given reality, but nonetheless rings of truth, a new reality is born for them in that moment. It's greatly outweighed by the given reality, but it does exist, and at the very least presents questions about the given reality. In the case of our winsome extraterrestrial enthusiast, he might wonder why millions of humans tell stories about them being real. Who's generating these declassified government documents? And for crying out loud, who is Bob Lazar? There are countless data points one could look at, and it doesn't really matter to what extent one views something as a hoax while others believe it to be real. All that really matters for the individual seeker is if any of this material represents an opening from the given reality to a new one. If further understandings about this new reality continue to ring true while arguments in favor of the given reality dissolve, the new reality gains in mass while the given reality decreases. If this continues up until a certain point, something kind of magical can happen. A time comes when the person can say, hey, that opening is big enough for me to climb through. I can finally see what's up there. And so he does. Now, how might this look in our everyday experience? I mean, if the openings are just a metaphor, if they're openings in an open mind, then how exactly does one crawl through them? Well, if the realities are truly at more or less a balancing point, the person simply shifts their perspective between which reality they embrace as true and which is the alternative reality presenting evidence for itself. Our hypothetical UFO aficionado simply stops regarding as true his given reality that ETs are not here, but there are reasons to believe they might be, and instead takes the position that they are here, but there are reasons to believe they may not be. From there, he may climb up through an opening and then back down again countless times. But the goal with each venture into the new reality is to look back through the opening with the same vigor he looked up toward it. He has to consider all arguments against his extraterrestrial reality. People have mass hallucinations. These are all just money grabs. It's swamp gas. Yes, I know that's become a punchline in UFO circles, but our little alien believer knows he absolutely must acknowledge that swamps do produce gas, and gas can refract light. Only in the place of the truest open mind is his wisdom free to render a judgment. If there comes a point at which our hypothetical character finds that in this new reality, it would seem that light is coming from everywhere, but while looking back through an opening into the old reality, he sees only an abyss, he may decide that the old reality is no longer his place for seeking. That would by no means imply that his seeking is complete. There's always more to experience, so off he goes. But Oz, wouldn't that mean that they're then gone from our reality? Do they just dematerialize? No, not according to this idea. If we're talking about adventures between realities of the mind, we don't have to physically go anywhere. The new reality is superimposed on top of the old one. So alien fiction becomes alien fact for our little searcher, and he doesn't have to give up his friends or his family or his ferret. He could be right here, walking among us. So there's at least one attempt to try to help us understand those people around us who seem to be existing in different realities. From the reality of planetOZ to whatever reality you find yourself in, Godspeed. I believe in me. I believe in me. I believe in me.